All right. Hello. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday, y'all. This is Chef Beee, and I am on here today. And today I want to talk a little bit about jackfruit. So for those of you who are joining, I wanted to talk about this right here. Okay, now I did not get a whole jackfruit because jackfruits are super big and they're very expensive. But I wanted to chat with you today about jackfruit, and I wanted to make for you a really nice dish with jackfruit. Okay? All right, so let's talk a little bit about jackfruit. Actually, before we do that, let me rinse off some of these because we're going to be making some nachos today. And want to make sure that I have everything. And actually, I'm trying to think, do I have all the stuff that I need? Hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining. I'm going to rinse off my tomatoes, and I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about this. So give me 1 second. Pass me that avocado. It's inside the bag. Thank you. All right. So for those of you who are joining, today we're going to be doing jackfruit blue and white nachos. Okay? Jackfruit blue and white nachos. So just a little background on jackfruit. Actually, you know, jackfruit's been around forever, but I think it's kind of come onto the culinary scene in the last few years because of the texture. All right? So actually I want to show you this. And I want to talk a little bit about what it is. So jackfruit comes from something called the jack tree. Its origins is in Malaysia, so Southeast Asia. And this tree is absolutely massive. That one tree could actually produce maybe 200 jackfruit fruits per year. And the size of the jackfruits, if you've ever seen like a whole jackfruit, they're super huge and they're super heavy. And that's the reason why I don't have the jackfruit today. Jackfruit usually comes that way. I mean, you can go to the farmer's market. Here in Atlanta, you can actually go to the farmer's market and you can actually get a whole jackfruit. The actual mature jackfruit fruit, when you cut into it, it has like a stickiness to it, right? So it's almost like little flowers within the fruit. And it has this stickiness to it. So actually when people are processing the jackfruit, they usually wear gloves because as they're cutting off the exterior of the jackfruit, it's super sticky. And so, you know, that's a lot of content, a lot of meat. So for me, I found that it's easier for me to work with a young jackfruit, one, and then also jackfruits that are already inside of brine. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So that's this, right? Give you a little closer look. So it's in brine, right? It's a young jackfruit. And you can buy them in the can. This is actually a really great brand. It's organic. It's young. You can also buy jackfruit in like a larger quantity as well. Right. Yeah. So Bing Bang Moment says oil the gloves to help removal. Absolutely. So just very sticky and it's very big. And unless you have, like I think people who are chefs and who are using jackfruit in their menus and they actually will use a large quantity of it, it makes sense for them to use a whole jackfruit. But for those of us who might be trying it for the first time, I think it's always okay to have something in a can every now and then. This is in brine, so it's just water and salt just to preserve it, but it's organic. Now, what are some of the medicinal benefits of jackfruit? Well, it has fiber, a lot of fiber, about 29% fiber for every half cup. It has potassium, so about 20% potassium. It has a little bit of iron, all right? So I really wanted to talk about jackfruit today because it's a really great option for people who like textures. And if you're looking for a meat replacement. So I don't know if you see this, but if you actually were to shred this, it kind of has like a shred. Do you see that? It has a shred of chicken or pulled pork, all right? So this actually, it really has a really nice texture to it. And because it has a really nice texture to it, it really works well if you are substituting, plant-based dishes and, for meat dish or meat dishes for plant-based dishes. And you're using something like a jackfruit and you don't want to do soy. You want to have something that's a little bit healthier than soy. This would be a great option. So like you can use this if you're doing like a tandoori chicken dish, if you're doing a pork dish. I mean, amazing. And if you look, I'm just kind of breaking it up with my hands, right? Because I like to just kind of show love to the food like that. Right, I make barbecue jackfruit raw. Ooh, that sounds great, Cosmic Chivalry. I love that idea. So barbecue jackfruit raw sounds amazing. And actually, I mean, I like sauteing it and giving it like a really nice, flavor profile. So, I like doing my little curry chicken. Well, what would have been a curry chicken? A curry jackfruit, or one of my Thai dishes. I'll use jackfruit in there. Like, I really like it, And so look at what I did. While we were talking, I just shredded it with my hand, right? Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making blue and white jackfruit nachos. All right. Doesn't that sound interesting? So we're going to be doing blue and white jackfruit nachos. All right. So what I did was I took a can of jackfruit, and I basically just took the time while we were on this call here, on this live, and I'm basically just shredding it with my hand. And this is going to come together real quick when we actually saute it. All right. So I'm going to let me see if I could turn this down some so you can see. Yeah, there you go. So you can really see, what I'm doing. Yes. All right. So you see this? Look at that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to saute this thing up and how to hook it up. So curry jackfruit is definitely on the menu every now and then. I see you, Busy Billy RP. And I really enjoy the jackfruit. Not everybody likes the taste, but I think when you start infusing the flavor, just some really good flavors in here, I think then, it might change your mind. All right. So Bing Bing says you can boil the seeds. It's a starchy potato. So you're giving me some tips. I didn't even know that. So that's pretty amazing. I didn't know that you could do that. All right. So I have not worked with the whole jackfruit yet. I will at some point. But honestly, I mean, I just don't see the need right now for me to have such a big piece of jackfruit. I don't even know where I would have it. All right. Busy Billy says, I can't stand the smell of jackfruit. Sheesh. Well, actually, let me say this. The young jackfruit, look at that. That looks so wonderful. The young jackfruit does not have any funny odor or anything like that. It's very just light. It's also very sweet. And from what I understand, the flavor profile of the jackfruit changes as it matures and as it gets bigger and bigger. So I like the soft texture of the young jackfruit and just really, really nice. Once again, now all of the young jackfruits in the can are not the same. I really like this particular brand. It's really nice. There is another Asian brand that you can find, but I don't really like it because it doesn't have this shred like this. I have to do more cutting. I was able to actually pull this apart with my hands, and you can't really do that when you use other brands. All right, so I'm going to wash my hands, and then what we're going to do is we're going to start sauteing this up, and I'm going to show you how these nachos are going to come together. Super excited. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them in. I'm coming right back. What did you say? It's on Instagram. All right, so I have a skillet here, and I'll show you this in a sec. I have a skillet here, and what we're doing here, just making sure that it's nice and hot. I'm going to add this, the jackfruit to the skillet. Okay, and we're going to season it up and hook it up and make it taste amazing. All right, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to build these nachos. So you can do the jackfruit. The real nice thing about this conversation today is around meat substitutes. So I want you guys to drop in the comments, what's your favorite meat substitute? I mean, I really like I like the jackfruit. That's one of my favorite. And another one is hibiscus. All right. Hibiscus is another amazing meat substitute. So I'm curious for you guys. You tell me, what is a great meat substitute that you've tried that you really, really, really like? What do you like? What have you been playing with in the kitchen? For me, it's this jackfruit. When I found this, I was like, oh my God. And then, of course, my sorrel, when I do my hibiscus tacos, people love that. So there's so many different things, right? So meat substitutes, I think a lot of times people want texture. And, you know, the texture is what people are really craving. And so when you have things like the jackfruit, you have the hibiscus or the sorrel, that those flowers. I see somebody put in here walnuts. I see beans. Yes, the reason why we like those things is because that texture that we're looking for, we can really play around and do some similar things with it that, you know, you didn't think you could do. Another favorite meat substitute for me is mushrooms. All right, no one mentioned that, like oyster mushrooms, lobster mushrooms, lion's mane mushrooms, chickpeas. I see you, chickpeas. So these are just some really awesome substitutes that we can use to really kind of help us to not miss meat. Okay, that's what we're really trying to do. So I'm going to show you some cool little hacks today too. I'm going to show you how to make a vegan cheese sauce to go on top of these nachos. All right, so I'm going to bring this a little close so you guys can see. Let me turn this down some, and I'm going to add this. Listen to that. Right? I'm going to add the jackfruit to the skillet. So this is going to go fast. This is going to go fast. Y'all see this? So we got this going in. Right? And what I'm doing here, y'all. Hey! Take a look. Right? I added a little bit of olive oil to this. Right? And then what I'm going to also add to this, is I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning. Okay, I'm going to add some seasoning. So since I'm looking for, I have something called pork. So it's like a little blend that I've created, pork seasoning, and it tastes really good. All right, so it's not pork, obviously, but it just gives me, flavors of something that's really meaty and lovely. So I add that in. Okay, we added that in. Okay, and then what else I'm going to add in here, one of my favorite things when I cook is coconut aminos. All right, I love coconut aminos. They give my food like a really rich flavor. And so we're going to add that in, right? Maybe about a tablespoon of the coconut aminos are going in. Okay, if you want to, again, we can keep this real simple, but another thing that we can add in here, we can also add in here garlic. All right, so it says what seasonings are in there? Yes, so we're using olive oil. I'm using some garlic. I'm using just a seasoning blend that I came up with that gives me kind of like that really nice rich flavor. And then I'm also using, so I use oil, garlic, coconut aminos so far. And then just like a little seasoning that I came up with that just kind of richen the flavor of this food. All right. Super, super good. Now, at this point, what we can also do, we can also add in some onions. All right. We can also add in some onions. So let me show you that real fast. I have this onion. That I got from the garden. My husband actually harvested this, right? And what we're going to do here is we're going to use some of this onion for garnishing the nachos. And then we're also going to use some of this for the jackfruit. So literally, I love what the person posted in the comments. They said that, they use barbecue jackfruit raw. And really, this is pretty much done, but we just add in flavor to it just so that it can, just be a little bit elevated. Okay, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. Okay, So we're almost done with this. We're almost done with this. Okay, and then I'm gonna show you what we're gonna put on here. All right, so you guys I'm just wondering, do you guys like nachos, you guys out there? And for those of you who are on here, because there's quite a few of you on here today, what kind of nachos do you guys like? Tell me what kind of nachos y'all like. What kind of nachos do you guys like? Never tried it? What? You never tried nachos? Oh my goodness. That's crazy. All right, so this is going to do its thing. Let me taste it and make sure that the flavors are balanced. That's good. Super good. Let me show you what that looks like. There goes my jackfruit. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay? Super delicious. Jackfruit. Gonna add a little bit more of my seasoning blend. All right, and this seasoning blend has things like nutritional yeast, garlic, chives. It has all that good stuff in there. Okay. All right, so this is pretty much done. And now what I'm gonna do, just so that I can brown up my nachos a little bit, right? What I'm going to do is I have my oven on bake, or actually it's on broil, and I just want to toast my nachos literally for about, I'm going to put on here probably like 2 minutes, okay, about 2 minutes. All right, wow, this is the first time I've seen jackfruit used like this. I learned something new today. Wonderful. All right, so let me show you what I have already prepped out. I have my blue and white nachos. So these are all organic corn chips. I have triangle shapes. And I also have circular shapes. So I'm just gonna actually make like a little platter, and this will be lunch for my children today. All right, so I'm gonna just pop this into the oven, literally just so that the top could get brown, okay? And then I'm gonna cover this, and I'm gonna turn it off, because it's pretty much done, all right? Now, I wanna show you something else that I have. Let me make sure that I have all my pieces, so I can show you how to do this. So we're going to actually make, I have boiling here, I have some potatoes and some carrots. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a very, very simple cheese sauce with just potatoes and carrots. Okay, so this is going to be like something like a little hack. So for those of you who like cheese sauces, but you don't want all the dairy, obviously, this will be a great way for you to get that. Okay, so I'm going to rinse off, I'm going to get the water out of the container here, out of the pot, and then I'm going to add everything to my blender. All right, so cheese sauce, this is one of the things that you want to add to your nachos. Okay, so we have the potatoes. Let me get a hot spoon here. We have the potatoes, and you know, these are nice and firm. Look at that, right? And so we're gonna add all of these things to our blender. All right, so we got some carrots in here. We got the potatoes in here, and I'm gonna add some other wonderful flavors as well. All right, so I'm showing you guys how to make cheese sauce using carrots and potatoes. All right, so you guys heard that. That means that my nachos are ready. Woo, this thing is on fire. Literally. Look at this. Woo. On fire. All right, so we're gonna do something a little different, because as you saw, it went on fire. All right, so we're gonna do our nachos a little different, because we don't like that. That's not good. Did y'all see that? That thing went on fire. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We have our blender here, right? We got our blender here. And I'm going to add in a little bit of the liquid as well. All right, I'm going to add in a little bit of the liquid from the pot. So this is some of the liquid from the potatoes and the carrots, like this. Okay, and then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in, show you this. I'm going to add in a little bit of the garlic. I'm also going to add in a little bit of the nutritional yeast. I have this. This is going to go in. Okay. We're going to add in a little bit of salt. That's okay. You caught the... Yeah, I don't know what happened. That thing went up in flames. It did. I mean, I was just on for like 1 minute. Did you guys see that? That was crazy. All right, I'm going to add in a little bit of salt. A little bit of salt. So this is like a cream sauce. This is like a cheese sauce that we're making. And then the next thing I'm going to add in is a little bit of milk. So we're going to get some plant-based milk. Okay. So bam. And then I'm going to show you what this looks like. All right. So get my top. And then I'm going to bring this here. And then we're going to blend it. All right, let's try it. All right, let's try it. Look at this. Look at this. Cheese sauce. Do y'all see this? Okay. Cheese sauce. Look at that. Amazing. All right. So this is our cheese sauce. And it tastes divine. So good. Use walnut for cheese with turmeric for color. Once I know it's hard for me. Yes. This is another alternative. You could add turmeric to this if you wanted to. For sure. You could add turmeric to this if you want to. But look at that. That looks just like cheese sauce. It's amazing. All right. So we got our cheese sauce ready to go. Right? We got the cheese sauce ready. We got to get some nachos ready to go again, which is not a problem. Pine nuts, cheese, good too. Yep. So these are all some wonderful alternatives that you guys are sharing. Like, this is all beautiful. So I'm going to go with a smaller bowl for my nachos. You guys see this? My stuff went up in flames. All right, so I'm going to just put some of this out. We're going to put it in this bowl. And then I'm also going to use some of these. All right, so these are my blue corn chips. I'm going to put those here. Okay, so do that. And then what I want to also do here, and we haven't done it, what I want to do here is I want to actually make some tomatoes. I chop up some tomatoes to go on top of my nachos because I really like tomatoes on nachos. So let's do that. So for me, like, I like a fully loaded nacho bowl. I like my onions. I like my tomatoes. I like avocados. I love all of that. It just tastes so good. So we're just like loosely chopping this up. And then we're going to assemble everything. All right. The cheese, the avocado, the tomatoes. We even add a little bit of onion in here. It's going to be so, so good. All right. And I'm going to show you what the final result looks like. All right. So we have this. Okay. We got our tomatoes. Boom. Then I want to get a little piece of onion and hit it with a little bit of onion. All right. So we're going to do that. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm learning so much today. Yes. You like olives on your nachos? Okay. Yeah. Actually, that makes sense. Jalapenos. Yes. Those are all some really nice options. All right. So like fully loaded. We're going to use some of the onions. We're going to use red onions today. And we're going to also use a little bit of the onions that my husband harvested from the garden. Okay. So we're going to use all of that and just make it look gorgeous. All right. So we are almost there. All right, so we got our onions done. All you need is a little bit of onion. And then I have an avocado. Got a nice ready avocado that we're going to chop up. You guys know if you're looking at any of these lives, I think I have avocados in almost all my lives. They're just so wonderful for you. They're nutrient dense and they're just delicious. Super sweet and I mean super versatile, as y'all all know. All right, so we got that. We hitting it. We doing it. Okay, we got the nachos. Boom. All right, so that said, what we're going to do now is we're going to get some of these, this jackfruit. Okay, we're going to get some of this jackfruit. So I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to pick this up. Put it right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to just top. Show you what this looks like. We're going to top our nachos with some of the jackfruit. Like this. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. So it looks like chicken. Don't it? It looks like chicken. Super awesome substitute, y'all. All right. All right. And then let me cover this. Because we got that. We got that on there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in the cheese. Right? This is our low-cost cheese. So, you know, cashews and walnuts and those things, they're wonderful, but they're not low cost. So look at this. Look at that. Doesn't it have like a melt of cheese? Look at that. Amazing. Amazing. Delicious. You can make this as salty or as sweet as you would like. Boom. Right? I like salty cheese. You know, sometimes people have sweet notes to their cheese. So, all right. So then now we're going to add in our onions. Boom. Going to add that in. Then we're going to add in a little bit of the avocados. Okay. Look at this. It's just coming together. And then I'm going to hit it with some of the green onions. Okay. Chop that up and then garnish for the, you know, later. Look at that. Look at my beautiful, fully loaded nachos. Busy Bill said, praise God for the soul. That's right. That's right, man. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Just to keep life simple, I'm going to just snip some of this. I want you to see this. I want y'all to see these nachos. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. I'm just going to cut some of the spring onions on here. Look at that. Yes. And so with meat substitutes, I love some of the ones that you guys talked about. The walnuts, mushrooms, we said, right? Jackfruit. All of these are absolutely incredible ways for you to get that texture that you're looking for in without really compromising flavor. Yummy, what time should we be there? Listen, you can meet me at about 12:30 and I have some nachos for everybody. Look at that, y'all. Look at those nachos. Gorgeous. All right. Look at those. Ciao. Yeah. So, you know, I really wanted to jump on today and just talk a little bit about the meat substitutes. You guys have options out here. Jackfruit is a wonderful nutrient-dense option. It's going to give you a ton of fiber. It's going to give you a ton of potassium, iron. All right. And, you know, you're not going to get the protein. You're not going to get the protein that you're looking for from, you know, other plant protein or meat substitutes. But surely you're going to get some other great nutrients that you definitely want to bring into your diet. And the flavor is wonderful. It gives you great pull, gives you great texture, and it's just wonderful. Take a picture and post that. I will. Look at that. This is our jackfruit blue and white nachos. Super awesome, super beautiful. And, you know, I think you're gonna enjoy this for lunch, right?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, y'all. So for you all today, I just wanted to remind you that we have so many things happening for Wellness Wednesday. Thank you, Cosmic Chivalry. We also have later on today, this is Wellness Wednesday. This is one of the offerings that we have today, the live that we do at 11 a.m. But then we also have a class tonight, actually, 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. It's an essential oils class, and I show people how to use essential oils in their lifestyle just so that they can really take another level to their wellness. So if you guys are interested in learning about essential oils and learning how to use essential oils in your family's life, in your life, go to the link in bio. It says essential oil continuing education classes. All right. Also, I have to mention, I have a birthday special, and this month is my birthday month. I actually have a birthday that's coming up on Monday, 10/26 or October 26th. And so this whole entire month, I'm running a 10/26 special, and I would love for you guys to take part in it. Okay. You can basically get a copy of my cookbook, Let Plants Nourish You, an ebook version of that. You can also do the Essential Meals to Go, which is my meal prep service, at a ridiculously reduced price. And then also, if you're interested in coaching or my cooking program or any of the other services that I do, you guys can get those at a wonderful discounted price. So again, all those links are in the bio. You would just hit birthday special and you would see all the offerings for this month. All right. Very nice presentation. This is on point. Thank you so much. So thank you for everybody who's joining. Thank you for all the hearts. Thank you for all the kisses. And we're about to go and tear up these nachos. If you have any questions or concerns, if you want to ask about anything at all, please, what I want you to do is just send me a DM. If you're trying to get recipes, send me a DM and I can definitely give you some recipes. No problem. But, definitely take advantage of the October special. I'm not doing this often. I mean, super, super affordable deals. So please make sure that you support and see what we have in store during the October special. And once again, if you guys want to join the essential oil class that we have tonight, 7:30 to 8:30, all of that is in the link in bio. All right, y'all, we're going to eat. Peace and have an amazing Wellness Wednesday. Talk to you soon.